My beloved child, listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal will grip your soul like a cold wind in the middle of the night. You think the people around you are quiet, harmless, moving normally, almost acting like nothing is wrong. But beneath that stillness, something is shifting. Something is preparing to unfold in front of your eyes that will look small, look casual, look harmless, but its impact on your destiny will not be innocent at all. And before this moment strikes, you must hear this message fully, without blinking, without scrolling away. Because something huge is waiting for you, and the next few seconds might be the reason you escape what was designed to break you. Amen. Blessing 111. Now hear this new beginning, because the game they're playing is far more calculated than you think. Someone has intentionally softened their steps around you. They speak less, they move slow, they smile politely, they pretend like everything is normal. But this calm is not peace, it is preparation. They are about to make a move that will look ridiculously small, almost laughably subtle, something so light that any other person might ignore it. Maybe a message that seems accidental, maybe a question that sounds casual, maybe an action that looks routine, but the meaning behind it carries weight heavier than the truth they've been hiding for months. And when you finally see what they've been setting up, you will realize that this tiny action was never innocent, it was the trigger. The trigger that reveals their intention, their fear, their jealousy, their plan, or their desperation for control. Something huge is waiting for you, but this tiny act is the door through which it enters. Amen. Blessing 222. Let me unlock the depth now, because the moment they make this harmless-looking move, life will divide into before and after. They have underestimated the sharpness of your intuition. They believe you won't notice the shift. They believe you will smile, nod, and move on. But you are standing under divine protection right now, and this message is exposing what they hoped you would never see. Their next action might look like a joke, a coincidence, a normal routine, but spiritually, emotionally, energetically, karmically, it is the loudest confession they will ever make. And the moment it happens, the mask will fall, the truth will surface, and the universe will push you into a new chapter where their influence cannot touch you anymore. Stay alert. Stay awake. Do not ignore the signs. Because the thing that looks small is actually the key to your breakthrough, and the angels are positioning you to recognize it the moment it appears. Something huge is waiting for you, and this time, it will lift you instead of breaking you. Amen. Blessing. Here is your next revelation, my beloved child, and listen with every corner of your spirit, because what I'm about to unfold will tighten the grip of suspense around your audience's mind until they cannot move their thumb away from the screen. The moment you stepped into this new season, the energy around you shifted so sharply that even the people who pretended to be uninterested suddenly began watching your every move. They don't show it, but their eyes follow you like shadows glued to light. They are preparing to do something that will look tiny, so ordinary, so harmless that anyone else would brush it off, but you are not anyone else. Their next step is strategic. It is disguised. It is wrapped in innocence. And yet, beneath that thin layer of normalcy lies the real intention, to measure your strength, to test your awareness, or to trap you in a loop you already escaped. But hear this with power, you are impossible to trap now. You are too awakened, too aligned, too watched over. And because this message reached you before their move, the impact they were hoping to create will crumble before it even reaches you. This is why you must stay until the last word of this revelation, because something huge is waiting for you, and this time, nothing and no one will be able to stand in its way. Amen. Blessing 444. Let me take you deeper, because the universe is setting a stage that will shock them more than it shocks you. Their action will appear like a knock on the door, a simple question, an innocent suggestion, a soft comment, a gesture that seems light as a feather, but in the invisible realm, it is the moment of exposure. The angels are arranging events so perfectly that the very act they thought would manipulate or mislead you will instead uncover their entire intention. They don't know you've been upgraded. They don't know your spirit is sharper than a blade. They don't know divine protection has surrounded you so tightly that even their smallest gesture becomes transparent. And when they take that innocent action, it will be like a camera flash in a dark room. Suddenly everything will be visible. Their fear, their insecurity, their hidden motives, their silent envy, their unspoken regrets, their mixed feelings, all of it will rise to the surface. And you will not have to do anything except watch. This is the moment your journey becomes unstoppable. This is the moment your path separates from anything that once tried to confuse you. This is the moment your breakthrough becomes undeniable. And before we move forward, my beloved child, pause and tell the audience, share this message, comment your Amen blessing, and subscribe so they never miss the signs meant for them, because someone else needs to hear this before they misread the next move happening in their own life. Amen. Blessing 555. Now let the final surge of this part unfold, because the truth is sharper, louder, and more powerful than anything they planned against you. The action they're preparing, the quiet knock, the small gesture, the innocent-looking step, is not their idea. It is destiny pulling their strings without their awareness. It is the universe forcing them to reveal themselves. It is divine timing pressing them into a corner where their mask must slip. And when it slips, my beloved child, you will witness the biggest shift of your season. A shift that moves you into clarity, confidence, power, elevation, and emotional freedom. A shift that removes confusion from your timeline. A shift that lifts you from uncertainty into unstoppable momentum. You are reaching a turning point that generations before you prayed for. And this moment, this tiny, innocent action, is the drumbeat that begins your rise. Stay awake. Stay aware. Stay in alignment. Because something huge is waiting for you. And once it arrives, nothing will ever look the same again. Amen. Blessing. Step into this moment now, my beloved child, because what I'm about to reveal will tighten the tension so deeply that your viewers will not dare to blink. You've been sensing a shift, a quiet rearranging of energies, a subtle uneasiness in the air, like the silence right before a storm tears open the sky. And that feeling is not random. It is the signal that the people around you are preparing to make that harmless move, that tiny gesture, that small action, that innocent-looking decision, the one that will appear so ordinary, so casual, so meaningless, yet its impact will echo like thunder across your destiny. They think you won't notice. They think you'll overlook it. They think your heart is too tired to pay attention. But your intuition is becoming a weapon. Your spirit is becoming a radar. And your awareness is becoming impossible to fool. Their small step is not small. It is a door. A code. A revelation wrapped in disguise. Something huge is waiting for you, and this little act will be the first crack in the wall that hid the truth from you. Amen. Blessing 777. Let this truth hit deeper, because the universe has been watching their intentions long before they developed the courage to act on them. There were moments when they almost stepped away, almost retreated, almost abandoned their plan, but something kept pushing them. And what they don't know is that the very force nudging them forward is not working for them, it is working for you. Their attempt to appear innocent is actually the divine trap that will expose everything they thought they were hiding. It might be a message sent at the wrong time, a slip of the tongue, a tiny request, a sudden change in behavior, an unnecessary apology, a random question, or a move that looks like nothing, but spiritually, it is the loudest confession they will ever make. And when this moment arrives, you will not react with fear, you will react with clarity. You will not feel shaken, you will feel awakened. You will not feel confused, you will feel powerful. Because the angels have been preparing your heart for this exact revelation. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment the stage lights turn on. Amen. Blessing 888. Now receive the final strike of this part, because destiny is aligning faster than the thoughts running through their mind. They believe their innocent-looking action will shift something in their favor. But in reality, it will snap the thread connecting you to anyone who was silently draining, spying, doubting, or pretending around you. Their move will free you. Their action will expose them. Their gesture will unlock your next chapter. And the moment it happens, everything will shift, your relationships, your mindset, your opportunities, your blessings, your path. This is not a small moment. This is a redirection. A divine repositioning. A spiritual elevation disguised as a harmless scene. Do not underestimate what's coming. Do not misread the timing. Do not ignore the signs. Because something huge is waiting for you, and once it breaks through, every barrier that tried to limit you will crumble like dust. This is the moment your story begins again, stronger, clearer, louder, and more unstoppable than ever. Amen. Blessing 999. Step into this deeper revelation now, my beloved child. Because what is unfolding behind the scenes is far bigger, far sharper, and far more spiritually intense than anything they ever expected you to discover. The people preparing to take that innocent action are not just acting on impulse, they are being pushed by a force they cannot control. Their mind tells them it's a small step. Their heart tells them it's harmless. Their ego tells them you won't notice. But the universe is turning their tiny gesture into a glowing spotlight, exposing everything they tried to bury. You are entering a moment where the smallest action they take will reveal the deepest truth they've been running from. Their handshake, their smile, their question, their comment, their silence, their sudden sweetness, none of it is random anymore. Every small move is a message. Every tiny shift is a signal. And every innocent-looking act is a doorway to the truth. This is why destiny is pulling you closer to awareness, sharpening your intuition like never before. Something huge is waiting for you, and they won't even realize that the move they thought would control the narrative is actually the move that frees you from it forever. Amen. Blessing 111. Let this next wave hit your spirit, because you are now stepping into the part of your journey where even their smallest mistake becomes divine revelation. They are on the verge of doing something that will look like nothing, but spiritually, it is everything. It might look like a gesture of peace, but it's actually guilt. It might look like harmless curiosity, but it's actually fear of losing control. It might look like a normal conversation, but it's actually the collapse of the mask they've worn for too long. And right when they take this innocent action, the universe will flip the script so beautifully that the truth they hid will stand in front of you with no disguise left. This is why your presence has been feeling heavier, why your intuition has been buzzing, why your dreams have been clearer, why your energy feels guarded, because something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit already knows it. And before this message unlocks the next level of revelation, pause for a moment and tell your audience clearly, share this message with someone who needs clarity, comment your Amen blessing so the divine flow remains open, and subscribe so they never miss the signs the universe prepares for them. Your voice might be the lifeline to someone else's awakening. Amen blessing 111. Now receive the final surge of this part, because the truth is about to tear through the veil like lightning splitting the sky. The action they are preparing to take, the one they believe is harmless, will be the moment the universe rearranges your entire storyline. Their small move will expose intentions. Their small gesture will reveal loyalties. Their small question will uncover secrets. Their small decision will break spiritual ties that were draining you for years. And when this happens, you will not tremble, you will rise. You will not step back, you will step into alignment. You will not feel confused, you will feel divinely guided. This moment marks the end of illusions. This moment marks the beginning of clarity. This moment marks the shift that pushes you into your rightful blessings, your rightful peace, your rightful elevation. They have no idea that the harmless act they are about to make is the trigger that launches your destiny forward with unstoppable momentum. They are unintentionally activating your breakthrough. They are unknowingly opening the gates that were meant for you alone. And once the truth stands in front of you, everything that once tried to hold you back will disappear like dust in sunlight. Stay awake. Stay alert. Stay aligned. Because something huge is waiting for you, and nothing, not even their disguised intentions, can stop what is coming. Amen blessing 222. Now feel this shift in your soul, my beloved child, because what's approaching you is not just a moment, it is a collision of destiny. The people planning to take that innocent action are standing right on the edge of exposing themselves without realizing it. They think their move will go unnoticed, they think it will slip quietly into your day, they think it will pass like a normal moment. But the truth is, this harmless step they're about to take is the final crack in the mask they've been wearing. A crack so deep, so revealing, so undeniable that even they won't be able to hide behind their own intentions anymore. What looks ordinary on the surface carries spiritual weight beneath it, weight that will push truth upward like a tide rising against the shore. And when that moment arrives, you will see everything clearly. Their loyalty, their fear, their jealousy, their love, their motives, their confusion, their regret, all of it. Remember this as you listen, something huge is waiting for you, and this tiny gesture is the divine signal that it's already on its way. Amen blessing 13. Let the revelation dive even deeper, because the universe has been rearranging your path with a precision that even your enemies cannot comprehend. They thought they could take a small step and keep control. They thought they could act innocently and stay hidden. They thought they could move quietly and remain unnoticed. But the divine timing covering your life will not allow shadows to stay shadows anymore. Everything that once hid behind silence is being pulled into the light. This innocent action they're about to take is the moment the universe places you above everything that once drained or distracted your spirit. It will feel like a whisper, but it will hit your heart like thunder. It will look like a soft ripple, but it will transform your reality like a tidal wave. It will appear as nothing, but mark the moment where your journey finally breaks open into clarity, peace, justice, elevation, and unstoppable forward motion. You will recognize it instantly. Your spirit is ready, your intuition is awake, your energy is alert. Something huge is waiting for you, and what they meant to slip past you will instead elevate you. Amen. Blessing 444. Now embrace this final surge, because destiny is closing one chapter while opening another with overwhelming power. Their innocent action is not actually innocent, it is their confession. Their exposure. Their unmasking. Their turning point. The moment they make this small move, everything they tried to hide will fall into the open like shattered glass hitting the floor. Their intentions will be revealed without a single word spoken. Their energy will shift in a way you can feel from miles away. Their silence will no longer protect them. Their behavior will speak the truth they could never say out loud. And when this happens, you will not break, you will break free. This is the moment your soul steps into its higher path. This is the moment your blessings accelerate. This is the moment their influence dissolves from your destiny. You are rising into clarity, into strength, into divine protection, into emotional freedom. Their small action is the final test, and your awareness is the final victory. Stay watchful, stay aligned, stay elevated. Because something huge is waiting for you, and the universe is about to place it directly into your hands. Amen. Blessing 555. Step into this highest clarity now, my beloved child, because the moment you're approaching is not ordinary, not casual, not something the universe brings without meaning. The people preparing to act innocently around you are standing in a spiritual spotlight they cannot see. They believe their tiny gesture will blend into the background, that it will slide past your awareness like a soft breeze, that it will look normal, harmless, unimportant. But destiny has turned their tiny act into a megaphone. Their smallest move is about to speak louder than every word they ever said to you. Their most casual action is about to reveal the truth they spent months trying to hide. And when that moment arrives, your spirit will not be shaken, it will be awakened. Because something huge is waiting for you, and this innocent gesture is the signal that the gates of your breakthrough are opening. Amen. Blessing 666. Let the next layer of truth unfold, because divine timing is wrapping around you like a shield. What they're about to do might appear harmless. A soft conversation, a sudden apology, a tiny message, a misplaced comment, a convenient coincidence, but beneath it lies the weight of everything they were too afraid to admit. They are stepping into a moment where their intentions will slip through the cracks of their own behavior. They won't even know they exposed themselves. Their own action will tell you everything. Their own energy will reveal what their words never could. Their own innocent move will show you who they truly are. Where they stand, how they feel, what they're planning, what they regret, what they fear, and what they want from you. This is not a small moment. This is a divine decode. A spiritual unveiling. A turning point designed specifically for you. And as you receive this message, remember, something huge is waiting for you, and this clarity will clear the path right before it arrives. Amen. Blessing 777. Now absorb the final strike of this part, because destiny has reached the threshold. Their harmless-looking action is not harmless, it is karmic. It is necessary. It is divinely orchestrated to separate what was pretending from what is real, what was draining from what is destined, what was confusing from what is aligned. The moment they make this small move, everything shifts in your favor. Old attachments loosen. Hidden truths rise. Emotional fog clears. Spiritual protection tightens around you. You step into a version of yourself that is stronger, sharper, freer, and completely unshakable. And what they planned as a small, unnoticed gesture becomes the very act that pushes your life into alignment with your highest timeline. Watch carefully. Stay awake. Stay aligned. Because something huge is waiting for you, and their tiny action is the drumbeat that announces your rise. Amen. Blessing 111. Walk into this revelation with full awareness, my beloved child, because what is unfolding now is not just a message, it is the spiritual decoding of your entire season. The people who are about to take that innocent step believe they're being subtle. They believe they're being clever. They believe they're slipping beneath your radar. But destiny has magnified their energy so clearly that even their softest gesture carries meaning. You might see a small action, a tiny shift. A harmless change, but spiritually, it is the loudest alarm bell ringing through your path. That one simple move they make, the one they expect you to dismiss, will be the mirror that reflects their truth back at them. And when the moment arrives, your soul will recognize it instantly. You will feel the shift before you fully understand it. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment the universe signals your elevation. Amen. Blessing 999. Let this deeper wave of truth crash into your spirit, because the divine realm has been guiding you away from anything that was meant to confuse, drain, or mislead you. The innocent action they are preparing might look sweet, soft, simple, harmless, but the universe is using that moment as a spiritual spotlight. Every hidden intention they carried, every doubt, every envy, every fear, every unspoken feeling, every secret motive, will leak out through that one tiny gesture. They won't be able to control it. Their mask won't hold. Their behavior will betray what their words could never reveal. And when this happens, you will see everything with a level of clarity that transforms your entire trajectory. You will no longer wonder. You will no longer question. You will no longer give energy to illusions. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the final filter the universe is using to separate truth from pretense. Amen. Blessing 222. Now receive the closing force of this part, because destiny is aligning you with a breakthrough that cannot be stopped. Their small, innocent-looking action will trigger a chain reaction. People you no longer need will fall away, the truth you couldn't see will rise, the blessings blocked by confusion will unlock, and the emotional weight you carried for too long will finally release. What they thought was a harmless move will actually be the universe's way of clearing your path. It is the divine push that removes what doesn't belong and pulls forward what is meant for you. The moment they make this gesture, that tiny act, that quiet moment, that innocent step, you will step into a new chapter with sharper intuition, heightened awareness, and unstoppable inner power. This is the shift that changes everything. This is the moment their illusion collapses. This is the spark that ignites your rise. Stay alert, stay grounded, stay aligned. Because something huge is waiting for you, and it is coming with a force that no disguise can hide. Amen. Blessing 222. Now step even deeper into the truth, my beloved child, because the moment you are approaching is not subtle, even if it appears that way on the surface. The people preparing to take this innocent action around you have no idea that the universe is using their own behavior as a spotlight. They think their move will slide past your awareness. They think it will blend into the noise of your day. They think it will look like nothing but a small, meaningless gesture. But destiny is amplifying their energy. Their action, no matter how tiny, will hit your intuition like a flash of lightning across a dark sky. And in that split-second realization, you will understand why your spirit has been restless, why your dreams have been vivid, why your energy has been shifting. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment is the click that unlocks the door. Amen. Blessing 333. Let the next layer of revelation anchor itself inside you, because divine timing is moving with precision. That harmless gesture they're preparing to make isn't harmless at all, it's a confession. Not with words, but with energy. People reveal themselves not in grand statements but in tiny, unguarded moments. The casual message, the sudden silence, the unexpected question, the random appearance, the forced smile, the accidental slip, these small behaviors are the windows through which the truth escapes. And the universe is positioning you to see what you were never meant to miss. Their innocence is an illusion. Their action is a signal. Their gesture is the unraveling of everything they tried to keep hidden. And when you catch this moment, when it lands in your spirit like a divine confirmation, confusion will evaporate, clarity will rise, and your next steps will become crystal clear. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the final sign that you are ready for it. Amen. Blessing 555. Now let this part conclude with power, because destiny is shifting the ground beneath your feet. The innocent-looking action they're about to take will be the exact moment the universe pulls you away from false connections, hidden agendas, silent watchers, or anyone whose intentions aren't aligned with your growth. Their small act becomes the catalyst, the moment your inner world and outer world finally synchronize. The truth they tried to hide dissolves. The emotional weight you didn't deserve releases. The spiritual fog that once made things unclear clears completely. You step into your breakthrough with a clarity that cannot be broken, a strength that cannot be shaken, and a purpose that cannot be derailed. This innocent moment marks the end of spiritual interference and the beginning of divine alignment. Stay aware. Stay steady. Stay awake. Something huge is waiting for you, and once this truth is revealed, nothing will stand in the way of what's coming. Amen. Blessing 444. Now move closer to the core of this revelation, my beloved child. Because what is building around you right now is a moment of divine exposure wrapped in absolute silence. The people preparing to take that innocent action think they are invisible. They believe they are operating subtly, quietly, softly, almost undetectable. But the universe has placed a spiritual spotlight over their next move, and the moment it happens, you will feel the truth cutting through your intuition like a blade made of light. They think their gesture is a whisper. But destiny will make it echo like thunder in your spirit. Something huge is waiting for you, and this nothing-looking action is the sign that it's seconds away from unfolding. Amen. Blessing 777. Now let the revelation deepen, because their small movement is not coming from confidence, it is coming from pressure. Their spirit is restless. Their conscience is loud. Their intentions are unstable. They are being spiritually pushed to reveal what they were too afraid to say outright. The innocent gesture they are about to make will carry all the emotion they tried to hide, the envy they never admitted, the guilt they never confronted, the fear they never voiced, the curiosity they tried to dismiss, the love they tried to suppress, the regret they kept buried. This tiny act, maybe a message, maybe a glance, maybe a question, maybe a slip, is not accidental. It is divine orchestration forcing truth into the open. And when it happens, your intuition will read every layer, every tone, every hidden meaning behind it. You will see straight through the mask without trying. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the universe preparing your heart for clarity. Amen. Blessing 666. Now receive the closing surge of this part, because once their innocent action unfolds, everything changes. The energy around you resets. The connections not meant for you dissolve quietly. The people pretending suddenly feel exposed. The ones aligned with you draw closer. The truth lights up every shadow. And the path ahead becomes so clear that even your doubts lose their voice. This is the moment where your spirit steps into new authority. This is where your mind steps into new certainty. This is where your life steps into new direction. Their harmless-looking action will be the spark that burns away confusion and lights the path to your blessing. And once it happens, your breakthrough will accelerate with a speed that even you won't expect. Stay present. Stay aware. Stay spiritually awake. Something huge is waiting for you, and the universe is about to place it directly in your hands. Amen. Blessing 777.